What we're trying to do here is understand better photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is one of the most important processes in nature. It provides all our food and all our fuel. And it occurs in every green leaf. But it occurs very rapidly, and we have to try and understand what goes on. It's important to know to understand what goes on if we're going to improve on it or modify it, for example, for agriculture, improving agriculture, or particularly I'm interested in the use of photosynthesis for energy, the producing of fuels for transport and everything else. Well, now, as I said, it goes very, very fast, and I mean fast. The whole process of photosynthesis that occurs in the light occurs in about a billionth of a second. And a lot happens in that billionth of a second. So how are we going to follow those processes? What we really want to do is sort of make a movie which is all over in a billionth of a second or less. Now, if you were making a movie, for example, of you wanted to know how a bird flew, how it moved its wings, you would have to have many, many shots in a thousandth of a second. What happens in a leaf with the electrons going across the leaf is very much faster still. It occurs in a millionth of a second, or even less, and so we've got to have a very fast movie indeed. And the camera, so to speak, or the apparatus which produces such a movie is this setup here. Of course, these are lasers, but this particular laser produces pulses of less than a picosecond. A picosecond is a millionth of a second. In fact, we talk of femtoseconds, which are 1,000 times faster still. And we take a sequence of pictures with those pulses of what we're really looking at is the electrons and the chemical processes occurring across the membrane of the plant. And we come up with a record rather like this. This is the time scale here, and the time scale from there to there is only 1 picosecond. And you see we've got 100 shots in that time, so we're getting, in fact, we're getting a shot every 17 femtoseconds. What's the importance of all this? Well, the real importance I've already hinted at is in understanding photosynthesis. By genetic engineering and other processes, when we understand it, we should be able to modify, we should be able to improve plants for agricultural purposes, and perhaps most of all, we might be able to produce efficiencies so great that photosynthetic fuels become the preferred fuel of the future.